Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
After 861 days and years of heartache, family members of the Oxford school shooting victims speak directly to the shooter's parents at their sentencing.
You have failed your son and you have failed us all. This failure had deadly consequences that can never be undone, that can never be made right.
Not only did your son kill my daughter, but you both did as well.
A judge listening to their heart-wrenching victim impact statements before sending them to prison in a historic ruling.
It is the sentence of this court that you serve 10 to 15 years with the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us today. I'm Karen Drew. It's the end, or now to a years-long legal case born in the aftermath of the Oxford school shooting that left 4 students dead and several other people hurt. In separate trials earlier this year, James and Jennifer Crumbley were found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. And today, both became the first parents of a U.S. school shooter to be charged, convicted, and sentenced. Sean Lay was in the courtroom during all of this. He joins us now from Pontiac with the very latest and reaction. Sean.
Karen, so much emotion inside this entire building, packed in that courtroom as well today. Truly feeling like the end of at least one chapter of this horrible case, from the shooting to now 3 convictions and 3 sentencings with the shooter and his parents. Now, his parents, James and Jennifer Crumbley, asked the court today for time served. They did not get that at all.
When you were on the phone for 10 minutes with each other trying to figure out where the gun was, I was on the phone with her father and family trying to figure out where she was.
Nicole Beausoleil, the mother of Oxford High School shooting victim Madison Baldwin, finally able to address James and Jennifer Crumbley as the parents of the Oxford school shooter were sentenced today for their inaction to prevent the shooting. Family of all victims, Justin Schilling, Tate Meir, Hannah St. Juliana, gave what are called victim impact statements. Their words, heartbreaking. Their children ripped from them by a shooting that 2 juries found was incredibly preventable. Jill Suave is the mother of Justin Schilling.
The ripple effects of both James and Jennifer's failures to act have devastated us all.
Both Jennifer and James Crumbley also spoke to the judge and to the families in what are being considered controversial statements. We will dig into those on Local 4 News at 5. But the bottom line, Judge Cheryl Matthews giving the couple the max.
Opportunity knocked over and over again, louder and louder, and was ignored. No one answered, and these 2 people should have and sure didn't.
Back here live at the court's building, Judge Matthews there really laying it out. We're going to hear a lot more from her, Karen, at 5 and 6. More of those heartbreaking victim impact statements, essentially parents telling the Oxford school shooting parents what this has done to them, their lives, losing their kids. We're also going to hear a lot from James and Jennifer Crumbley. Their comments did not go over well to the victims' parents. Let's get to Pam Osborne. There was plenty of reaction right after this sentence was handed out. Pam.
Sean, you're certainly right. We did hear from 3 of the parents after that sentencing. They had been hoping the Crumbleys would get the maximum 10 to 15 years in jail, and they did. But there was something else that each of them took issue with. In their prepared remarks in court today, the Crumbleys expressed remorse and regret, but once again attempted to paint themselves as victims in all of this, too.
The remorse that they were showing has nothing to do with taking accountability for their actions. I'm sure they were sad people lost their lives. I'm sure they're sad their son is in jail. I'm sure they're sad that they're in jail. That's not what's important.
In his victim impact statement, Steve St. Juliana, Hannah's father, said a large portion of his soul was destroyed when Hannah was killed. Craig Schilling, Justin's dad, said the sentence was just, and the remorse the Crumbleys expressed in the end was too little, too late.
Ultimately, the responsibility was in their hands. They are the parents. They are the ones that control their son, and they have the power to do what needs to be done, and they didn't do that. They were the only ones that could have.
Madison Baldwin's mom, Nicole.
I thought I'd have a different reaction. I thought I'd be a lot more emotional, and it was just, that's what I hoped for, but I think that's what we've hoped for so long, that it was just that next step to really go into the next direction of, we can do this.
That next direction is the school. Attorneys for the families are trying to hold Oxford schools accountable as well. Remember, there was an investigation that determined everything that happened could have been prevented and that it was a failure from the top down. But governmental immunity protects the school, at least for now. Attorney Ben Johnson is challenging that protection in state and federal courts. In the newsroom, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Pam. And we will have more coverage of today's sentencing later on Local 4 News at 5 and 6. But in the meantime, you can get filled in on everything that has happened on clickondetroit.com. There you can also find in-depth coverage of all the trials held related to the shooting and the many stories we did with the victims' families. Former Warren police officer faces 10 years in prison after pleading guilty to violating a teenage inmate's civil rights. Matthew Rodriguez admitted to using unreasonable force when he hit 19-year-old Jaquan Smith while processing him in the fingerprint room. The incident was captured on security video last June. Rodriguez also admits to making a false statement to Warren police about the incident. Rodriguez is scheduled to be sentenced on August 20th. A Farmington Hills man is in jail this afternoon after police say he stole thousands of dollars worth of trading cards from stores all around Oakland County. Police were monitoring Daniel Jackson when he entered a Meijer in Wixom last Thursday. Authorities say they had been tipped off that he would steal cards on that date and at that store. He was arrested as he left the store, and what police found in his car was shocking. Stacks upon stacks of trading cards were found, totaling more than $18,000 in value. Jackson has since been charged, arraigned, and booked in the Oakland County Jail. All right, let's head to Washtenaw County, where a corpse flower is blooming. You are looking at our live feed from inside a family's greenhouse in Dexter. They have been taking care of this plant for more than 6 years. You can see it's opened quite a lot already. It just happened, I'd say, in the past hour and a half. It's going to continue to bloom late into the night. You can watch it live at clickondetroit.com and on Local 4 Plus. Really was a beautiful start to the day. The sunshine, barely a cloud in the sky, but some communities could see some spotty rain showers this afternoon. So we're going to bring in Kim Adams for what we can expect over the next few hours. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Karen. Welcome back. We've got a lot of sunshine out there now, but also some clouds that have moved in some spots. And we do have a little bit of rain out there in a few areas, but few and far between. Most of Metro Detroit is dry. If you have activities outside tonight, you're fine. It would be very rare that you would even get a sprinkle. 73 right now in Howell, 74 in Pontiac and also in Adrian, 76 in Detroit. 76 out at the airport. The record is 78, so we're not quite there. 76 in Mount Clemens, 74 in Pontiac. So that record was set back in 1931. We'll see. I mean, it's 4 o'clock. We still have another hour to go of that daytime heating. It's not likely, but there's a chance we could break that record. Otherwise, we'll just watch just a couple of isolated showers pop up, but most of the rain is down to our south. We do get some rain tomorrow night and the rest of the week. We'll talk about that coming up.
All right, thanks, Kim. The EPA issued some new rules to protect people living in areas near chemical manufacturers. More than 100,000 Americans live within 6 miles of factories that release toxic chemicals, increasing their risk of getting cancer. One new rule cuts the amount of hazardous pollutants factories are allowed to release. The EPA says that will decrease cancer risks in those communities by 96%. The rule will also require air monitoring at the perimeter of the company properties, and that will alert companies when hazardous air pollutants are leaking from their plants. The agency says it plans to make the air monitoring data publicly available. Okay, let's head to Livonia, where Metro Detroit's largest used book sale is happening over at Laurel Park Place. Bookstock is celebrating its 20th year and supporting local literacy programs. Paula Topman live for us. And Paula, the organization has raised more than $2 million over the past 20 years.
Oh, my goodness. And they've also stocked untold libraries. I mean, if you have a book addiction, this is the place to tap your vein because they have absolutely everything. Ross Blake, love Bookstock, love being here with you. I mean, take a look at all of these books, and this just goes on and on and on and on, doesn't it?
It does. It's throughout the whole mall. We have more books than we've ever had.
How many books?
We have between 400 and 500,000 items. Besides books, we have vinyl records for people who are old like me, and audiobooks and CDs.
The thing about it is people donate their books and you sell them for a song.
Yes.
And so let's just talk about that, kind of the pricing, and like right over here you have some rare books fascinating books in here, but let's just talk about the pricing.
Most of the books are between $2 and $4.
Wow.
Yeah, children's books are between $1 and $3, most of them.
This is the special selections room, and this is my favorite room because you have some rare books, interesting books, but you really like these books over here. So let's talk about, now you know teachers haven't been here yet, right?
Well, they get teachers today and tomorrow between 2 and 7 get half off. Half off our song prices. But I walked in here and this, teachers love this. It's $10, so it's $5 for teachers, and we have all these books. I'm sure one teacher's going to come in and grab the whole thing. It's just great. We have some more books like this over there for $10 or $8, but most of our children's books, like I said, are between $1 and $3.
You also have some incredible rare editions. You have full collections, and so if you're looking for anything in particular, you're very, very well organized. So just kind of explain the organization. I mean, you have things in sections.
We have 50 categories. We have categories. We're all volunteers. We're all volunteers, so all the money goes to nonprofits for education and literacy. Our volunteers work year-round. We're starting like in the fall till now.
Yeah.
And
let's talk about hours. Sorry, I got to wrap you up.
Okay, the hours are from 11 to 7 through Saturday, 11 to 6 on Sunday, the last day, half off.
So, Bookstock. Lots and lots and lots of books. You're also going to be giving some big prizes to some students. So we'll have that live at 5:30, and then we'll be talking to the winning student who wrote the winning essay at 6. But again, what a place to come. If you love books, this is the place to be.
All right, we'll check back with you a little later. How fun. Thanks, Paula.